72 human beings, not one, not two, were unalived at Nkum local government. While the people of Nkum were still crying and mourning in Benue State. Another 11 human beings were unalived. This time around in the little town of Ayin in Benue State. This is one killing too many. How long are we going to continue like this? Under Obasanjo, it was the Sharia crisis. A lot of people lost their lives. Then came Goodluck Jonathan time. It has been attacks upon attacks from terrorists. Buhari came, and then people were like, oh, he has a military background. He is going to solve the problem. But the people, the number one people being accused of these crimes are Buhari's people. Buhari spent 8 years, 8 good years. He could not solve the problem. From his day one till the end of his administration, the killings have continued. Now we have Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After 2 years, these killings have continued unabated. My question is, how long are we going to continue to lose people? I think the leaders we've been having lack emotional intelligence. Because if our leaders really have emotional intelligence and they can put themselves in the shoes of those who have been losing people, who have been living in fear, who have been scared of going to their farms, who never sleep with their eyes closed. If only they understand what those human beings are going through, if only they can just imagine themselves out of the comfort of their official quarters, where everything is moving on fine with them and their families. If they can excuse themselves and imagine themselves living in those communities that have undergone attacks for years now, they will be angry and they will file out smoking. They will draw their sword and be in the front line to fight terrorists. Unfortunately, we've been having leaders that lack emotional intelligence. Because if I, as a criminologist and security expert, if I am the president of Nigeria today, in 1 year, I will stop this insecurity. Why are our people playing politics with insecurity? Now, the politics is in this way. At this point, we can no longer pretend. Just one tribe of people have been accused all over again. Fulani herdsmen. Let's call a spade a spade. From core north to north central, from north central to southeast to southwest, it has been Fulani herdsmen. And these people keep denying. They will tell us they are unknown people. That's not true. We are not fools. So the Fulanis should own up that they are killing Nigerians. The other day I saw Senator Yusuf Sani addressing some young Fulani men. He said, go into the midst of your people and preach to them that these killings must stop. Senator Shehu Sani should have said further that this whole idea of the dreams of Ottoman Danfodio cannot work in this modern day. We should make them understand, whether it is an agenda, whether it is jihad, that such expansionist agenda could only have happened in those old days, no matter the strategy now. Let us tell these Fulani herdsmen and the terrorists that the idea that Nigeria belongs to them is a fallacy. If it is true that they want to fulfill the dreams of their forefather by taking over Nigeria, let us tell them that it can never work. You can succeed in killing people, you have succeeded, but it cannot work. And it is high time you face the reality. There is no way, there's no time Nigeria is going to belong to the Fulanis. For anybody to say from so side of the Sahara to the Atlantic belongs to you. That is Badagash. It doesn't belong to you. You don't claim what belongs to others by proclamation. It doesn't happen that way. So, I wish I was with Senator Shehu Sani. I will tell them, tell your people, this agenda cannot work. It doesn't matter the amount of money that has been saved for the purpose. It doesn't matter the amount of men who have been recruited for the purpose. It doesn't matter the amount of arms you have acquired. It cannot work because the world is not going to sit down and watch you take over lands that belong to people. The world is not going to watch you unalived innocent citizens for years. My purpose of this broadcast is to say what I would have done if I were to be the president. How would I have solved this problem? And I've been saying it for a very long time now. The only way to solve this problem is to empower the people. Is to let the people of every vulnerable local government or state carry arms. Like the people of Anyi should have their own vigilante that should carry arms like the terrorists in the bush. I heard the governor of Jigawa State saying the other day that the call for vulnerable communities to carry arms is a call for anarchy. And I begin to wonder, have we not been in an anarchy since the time of Goodluck Jonathan? It has been anarchy upon anarchy. Thousands of people have been killed. So what anarchy is he talking about? Anyone who says that cannot be sincere. That is part of the politics we've been talking about. It is politics in the sense that if it is an agenda, there are people within government who are sympathizers of this agenda. And those people will play politics within security in Nigeria. If it is a jihad, there are people within the government who are sympathetic to those who are pursuing this jihad. There are people within the military who may be sympathetic to the jihad. But I have this to say. I learned that there are so many jihads in Islam. The jihad of killing people and forcing people to do your religion is no longer in vogue. It can no longer work. If there are other forms of jihad, please, for all Islamic extremists, take part in the other jihads and stop the killing of people. There is no time you will succeed in forcing people to do your religion. Rather, more people will run away from your religion. There was a time of the Crusaders in Christianity. Are there still Crusaders today? Christians only preach and preach. That is what these extremists in Islam too should understand. You can engage in other forms of jihad and stop the taking of lives. It is ungodly. Muslim extremists should adopt the life that is going on in the United Arab Emirates. You see the freedom in Dubai. You see how they welcome Christians. You see how Christians and Muslims live together in Yoruba land. That is the new way to go, dear extremists, dear terrorists. That is how Allah wants you to go. So if you are in government and you are sympathetic of the agenda of Uthman Danfodio, it is time for you to change. It is time for you to wake up from your slumber and realize that it cannot, that dream cannot be realized. It cannot work in modern times. People should stop playing politics with the lives of Nigerians. So if I were to be in the shoes of the president, I will stop this insecurity in 1 year by empowering the people to carry arms. Those who say it's a call to anarchy is a lie. I have been saying this thing for years. And recently, I listened to this brilliant DSS Director General. I think he's the most brilliant, because how do I know brilliant people when they think like me?
Tafawa Balewa also happened to be a local government in Bauchi that was always in flames. And the people of Bogoro and some part of Tafawa Balewa, where the Sayawas are, rose up on one occasion. They knew their terrain better, climbed onto trees and mountains when the invaders came, they did not only repel them, they seized their weapons. And since then, you can attest to it that you hardly hear about Tafawa Balewa again. What I'm trying to say, the practical approach to mobilizing people is that you have to get everyone involved. You do not expect the Nigerian army, police, DSS, to protect every Nigerian or every community. It is not going to work. How can you create first line of defense? It is impossible for us to deploy it to every community in the country. It is unimaginable that any security agencies that has the resources to do it. The community should say, you cannot come here. This is what Tafawa Balewa has done. If you go to that community to attack them, you'll be sorry for yourself. I challenge anybody to try it. And this is the way we have to do. We have to allow some level of armament for the communities, and they can serve as the first line of defense. Discuss with your communities. Come to us. Get some sort of approval and guidance. And then we can stop these criminals. We have to get the communities to rise and defend themselves first. And the time to start it is now. I do that every day. I come from a village in Ijebu land, Ogun State, and I talk to my people. I know the level of armament they are entitled to. I know how they organize themselves in quarters. We have 4 quarters. I am using my expertise to guide them. You cannot wait for the military to come and do everything.
Adeola Ajayi said what I've been saying. What I've been saying for years. He said that his office is open for those who will come forth to know the level of armament, of ammunition that communities can have in order to protect themselves. He went ahead to say, I am already doing that with my people as an Ijebu man in Ogun State, teaching them how to strategize. That is the only way. Mr. Governor, earlier, stop calling on the police, stop calling on the military to help you. The military cannot do it alone. They cannot be everywhere. So I join my voice once again, although I've been saying it before now, with Adeola Ajayi, that brilliant DSS Director General, to say, look, if that is the policy of the Tinubu administration to curb insecurity, I am in support. If that is your policy, Mr. President, to empower vulnerable communities to these terrorist attacks, I am in support. It will not be anarchy. You can do the administration of these vigilante groups in every village in such a way that there will be no proliferation of arms. Let there be arms accountability. There is no village or town or local government that have no retired military men. I'm not talking of those who were dismissed from office, those who were retired genuinely. Call them. It happened in Mexico when criminality became too much. Bring these soldiers into the system as heads of vigilante. Supply them with AK-47 and arms, and make them accountable in the use of these arms. Every day they go out with these arms, they come back, they explain how the arms were used under the command of a retired military. They should not be commanded by the police nor the military. They should only work with the police and the military. And that is what the Director General of DSS is also saying. What are you going to do differently from what Goodluck Jonathan did, from what Buhari did? Of course, Buhari couldn't do much because the people who are being accused are his people. So we understand. But right now, Mr. Tinubu, the ball is in your court. You must stop this insecurity before your first term runs out. If you follow this strategy, they are not stronger than the people they are killing. The difference is that they come like thieves at night and they start killing unarmed innocent citizens. By the time the people are armed, like the example the DXS Director General gave of a town in Bauchi, he talked about Tafawa Balewa local government.